Hey Budget fam, it's Jordan from Jordan Budgets. Today we are cash stuffing $365 into both of our binders. So for the month of December, we only have these two binders. We will be adding at least one more at the start of the new year, but I'm not announcing that just yet. If you are new here, welcome. Please consider subscribing. We have a great little budget community here. I absolutely love and appreciate you guys so much. And we're almost at 31,000 subscribers, so we will be having another giveaway soon. I might be doing a giveaway where everybody wins. That is something we can talk about as we move into things, right? I don't know why I'm doing like a robot here. Okay, let's count this cash, make sure we have what we think we have. I'm just realizing though that it is not at all organized. What is happening? While I'm organizing this, I want to say I hope you guys are having a beautiful Tuesday. The weather is so good here right now. It's warm outside, but I think it's going to rain and get cold pretty soon. So my boys and I have been enjoying as much outside time as we can. Of course, with the season change, though, you know, it gets dark at like 4 p.m. I want to say that I'm exaggerating, but I don't think I'm too far off. Maybe 4:30. It's already pitch dark outside. Okay, we have 50, 100, 50, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 310, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65. $365 to cash stuff today. So anyway, the weather is nice. Things have been going smooth. Y'all know I'm in like transitionary phases with the budget as well as other parts of my life, but I feel like things are kind of leveling out. I'm in a really good spot and I have just been enjoying the time with the boys this holiday season. A tradition they really look forward to, which is a very easy one, is just getting ice cream. We go to Sonic, we get ice cream, we look at lights in the car. Like we just drive around the neighborhood and look at lights while they eat their ice cream. They keep asking to do that one and I keep telling them like, let's just wait a little bit longer because more and more people are putting out lights. But I think we've reached the point where like lights are up, you know, it's December 6th. So we might do that this weekend or we're gonna do that pretty soon. We're gonna start with some of our more important categories. Starting out with bills, we're gonna put $200 in this category. I like to stay 1 month ahead on bills. So this is stuffing for January bills. I do want to let you know if you see trackers or binders or anything in this video that you like, my shop on Etsy is Jordan Budgets. That's where everything comes from. You can search Etsy or you can just follow the links in the description below. If you support my shop, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Y'all, I pick with the wrong orange every single time. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. To my brain, it is a big deal, but we're gonna try to be chill about it. I went back and tried to fill it in with a different orange and I think it is like the wrong orange. I have 6 orange options and I can't get it right. Bills, we should have $400 right now. Let's go ahead and count and make sure. 50, 100, oh, 500. Oh my gosh, I can't count my bills. Okay, we should have $500. 50, 100, 50, 200, 50, 300, 50, 400, 50, 70, 90, 500. So we have $500 to go towards January's bills so far. So that is one of our really simple little holiday traditions that my boys ask about and look forward to each year. What is a simple holiday tradition that you guys do? I would love to hear. I'm always game for adding more traditions. I try to keep the things that we do year to year though, I try to keep them very simple. Like driving around and eating ice cream, I can do that for $10, you know? And it can be practically any night. So I try not to have any really big elaborate traditions. I mean, we certainly do stuff, but I don't want to add something in the mix that like I can't always keep up with. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, we like to go to Disney on Ice, which tends to come around this time of year. We didn't do it this year though. We don't do it every year, but sometimes we do it. It's like a special treat that happens sometimes. It's not something that I consider like a tradition because I'm not stuck on doing it every single year. It's just nice to do it some seasons. So like what is something that is easy that you guys like to do every single year? Like whether it be bake together or putting up the tree. That's another favorite of ours. We turn on Christmas music. I always turn on Alvin and the Chipmunks Christmas because that's what my mom turned on for us as kids. So now I do it with my kids. So we have some of the same music that we play while we put up the tree. What's some things that you guys like to do that is really simple but like consistent year to year? I am curious. 50 envelope challenge, we're putting $21 in. We colored in the 21 spot. This is saving to get ahead on January's variable expenses like groceries, gas, and eating out. So 50 envelope challenge or trying to get ahead on variable spending. We have 50, 70, 90, 100, $101. If we fill out the whole tracker, we'll have 1,275. My goal is more like 800. So we will keep working on that though. School for the boys, their homeschool program that they are in currently is $200 per month. We're gonna add $25. So now we have 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, $85. School is also something that like I'm a month ahead on, so this is saving towards January's schooling. Car, I have a new car, guys. It's new to me, but I'm enjoying it. I really do like it. So for a little while, I was feeling pretty hesitant about the car. I felt like maybe it wasn't a great decision, even though like it needed to be done. Okay, it needed to be done, but I was just feeling some kind of way about it. But we're gonna add $30 to car. But I paid for the car before it was ready to pick up because it needed a new windshield. Like they had just gotten it as a trade-in. So there was a good week or so where I basically committed to the car, but I didn't even have it yet. So that whole time period where I was really feeling in limbo and feeling bad about the car and the new bill, it's because I didn't even have the car. But now that I have the car, I am so excited about the car. It feels very much worth it. Car, we added 30. Let's see how much we have. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 110, 20, 30. So we have 130 towards January's car payment. But it is a bigger bill to be adding in, so it is still stressful. Like, be considerate and make sure you have the money before you get like a car payment every single month. Like, make sure you feel comfortable with what your car payment is. I'm not saying I need to go get a new car, but because the boys have appointments in New Orleans all the time and I'm always driving them around because we homeschool, I feel so much more comfortable driving a newer vehicle. It feels like the right decision. It's something I wanted to do this year. Like, it was on my goals list for 2022, so I'm happy we did it. Insurance, we are going to put $10 into insurance. Currently, our goal is about $100 per month for insurance. This category will change though. $20, $30, $40, $45, $46 currently for insurance. Next is haircuts. This is primarily haircuts for the boys because they do have short hair, so I mean they need to go way more often than me. I would love to get a haircut. It just has not been made a priority, which, let's be honest, I don't tend to prioritize myself. So are any of us shocked that I haven't gotten the haircut that I've been wanting to get? I don't think so. We had $5. We're adding $5 more, so we have $10 towards haircuts. Next is medical. Y'all know I like to rant about medical. I will say though, I've been working on getting my taxes and my stuff together for this next year, and there's a pretty good chance that my income is sort of borderline for the CHIP program. I never applied for the CHIP program because I definitely make too much for Medicaid, and CHIP incomes aren't, like, the limits aren't too high in Mississippi. But because of all of my business expenses, there's a good chance I'm sort of borderline and could slide through and get Medicaid for one more year for the boys. So we are gonna see. I just applied for that this morning. Cross your fingers for me because I'm really not sure. I'm not sure if they're gonna get Medicaid, but if I can qualify for them for Medicaid one more year, that would be like life-changing. I could stay here for one more year. Y'all know moving is very tied to our medical situation, so I will keep you guys updated. Right now though, we just added 20 for medical. I hope we added it. Yeah, we did. Now we have 40. I've just been paying out of pocket, but I don't feel comfortable continuing to pay for the boys out of pocket just because they do have the pre-existing conditions. So anyways, I will keep you guys updated with how our medical search goes. Hopefully they can qualify for CHIP for one more year. We will see. Extra car payment. This is not something I'm super stressing, but it would be nice if and when we get this filled out. Right now we are going to add $5, so we have 15 towards our extra car payment. And then we're going to move over very quickly to our other binder, which has also sinking funds and savings challenges, but just a little less high priority. And if you guys have been around the channel for a while, I used to stuff all of my week-to-week spending, like my gas, my groceries. I had a whole binder. I'm sure at some time I will have those binders again because I just love changing things up. But I will tell you guys how I'm handling it behind the scenes right now. I have been a little more trustworthy with my accounts. Let me back up a step in a story. So before, I've always cashed up and literally pulled everything from my accounts because I found myself to be a little too untrustworthy. So like if I left any money in my accounts, I would spend it on whatever. Well, I've been strictly cash budgeting for a good year or so, and I feel like I have myself under a little bit more control. Did that sentence make sense? I don't know. What I'm trying to say is I feel good about where I'm at, and I know that I am at this point able to prioritize my spending and my saving because I've made it a priority for so long. So I feel like I'm in like the next stage of cash budgeting, if you will, and I'm trusting myself a little bit more with my week to week spending. So when I get paid from Etsy, I'm pulling all of my money except for $200. And then that $200 is going towards gas, it's going towards gas, groceries, and fast food. So if I eat out a lot in fast food, that means we're gonna have way less for groceries, which honestly hasn't been happening. It makes me sort of be more responsible with my spending because I would rather buy the groceries than fast food. See what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm gonna do a whole video on this pretty soon, I think, on like the ways that you can do cash stuffings and sort of how I consider the different variations of cash stuffings. Let me know if you would be interested in that, but I think I'm gonna try to make that video a priority soon because I do feel like I'm doing it a bit different than I was doing it. Still mostly cash stuffing, but I'm just leaving a $200 buffer every single week, if you will, and that's my money for that entire week. So summer camp, we added $10, we now have 60. I hope that makes sense. Sometimes I just start ranting and in my brain it makes sense, but then I'm editing and I'm like, that paragraph was extremely jumbled. Okay, happy birthday. This is saving for my boy's birthday party. Not a huge priority just yet, but it is one of the things that comes up next as like a big spender or a big purchase. Thank you to everybody that left comments on the previous video where I was asking you guys for like birthday ideas. You guys had some really good ones. I like the idea where some of you were talking about how you take your kids and just a few friends for like an outing. I think that would be really special instead of like the whole big party. And I'm even considering doing some kind of away trip with the boys. We will see, but I know it's going to cost money. Whatever it is, it's going to cost me a lot. So we have $15 so far. We are just starting this stuffing and we will make it a priority as time gets closer. Penny challenge, we are going to skip right now. We stuff this one once a week. So this week we're going to put 77 cents in. That is going to happen later in the week. 2 more categories though for new clothes. This is going to be new clothes for my boys as they are always growing. Not that I want them to stop growing, okay? I mean, y'all know I've been having some appointments with the boys and we're always really closely like tracking their height and tracking their weight. So sometimes I complain about like the kids eating so much or the kids always growing out of their clothes. I am so thankful. When I'm running my mouth, it is mostly like out of humor. I mean, because it is true. It's true that the kids grow constantly. It's true that they eat a lot. They require a lot of money and things. I'm not truly complaining. I'm very thankful that they are continuing to grow and that they are healthy enough to continue growing. You know what I'm saying? We added 29. We have 20, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. $41 towards new clothes for the boys for when we are blessed enough for them to grow out of their current clothes. The 100 envelope savings challenge we will also stuff later this week. That's going to be all like tips from you guys on Etsy. So there are a couple categories that I have that just get attention once a week. So Scouts, we're going to add $5. Let's go ahead and color one of these in. I think we'll color in every $25. We will color in a new one. Out of all my categories, this is the one that I am most iffy about keeping because I'm not super sure my boys are even going to stay in Scouts. We really like Scouts, but the meetings and things tend to fall on when my boys have soccer practice, and right now we've just been prioritizing soccer somehow. I mean, the team is small, and so when we miss soccer practice, when we miss soccer games, it really hurts the team, whereas Boy Scouts honestly could care less, you know. So just on the scheme of like commitments, we've tended to pick soccer. And I'm wondering if it's even worth it to continue paying for Scouts if it's going to not line up where we get to go to many things. So we will see. For now, we will keep stuffing because if we do decide to commit, I have recently learned that our next dues are due in the middle of January. So I'm going to keep that on the radar because that will be about $100 if we continue just for those upcoming dues. So that's it for today's cash stuffing. Thank you guys so much for being here. In a few days, we will have another video that won't be a cash stuffing, but then over the weekend, we will do our second cash stuffing of the week. As always, I love you guys. I appreciate you, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.